Welcome to In the Sulky. Bob Hayden joined by Victor Kirby. And before we even say another word, let's say hi to Sharon Kirby. Hi, Mom. How you doing?
I'm sure she's watching, and I'm glad you said that.
Do you know that when I had a stent put in 2009 in the hospital, she sent me a bag at the hospital with Hollywood written all over it?
You're one of her biggest fans.
I love it. Love Sharon. Victor's here. Victor, last couple of years, you've had 4 straight $3 million seasons. You're now approaching your mid-40s. Is this a Ron Pierce type of syndrome? You get a little better as you get a little bit older?
I appreciate that comparison. I doubt I can live up to that because Ronnie was just one of a kind. But all I can do is just keep going and take advantage of the opportunities that are given to me.
How are things going for you at Dover and then Harrington in a few weeks?
It's been a great meet at Dover, thanks to Tyler and Lee Raymer and Jimmy and Joanne King. I get first call on most of their horses, and no, it's been a great meet, and I'm looking forward to Harrington.
Let's take a look at Perfect Bags, by the way, winning the Lismore a couple of years ago at Yonkers for Joanne Looney and Jimmy King. Take us through here. What's going on here?
This is actually the night she was a long shot. It was the first time she won up there. She won up there twice, and she was really overlooked. And Jimmy and Joanne told me that night, said she's going to be really good, and as you can see, she really was.
You know, and she was it's a very nice filly, of course. What about the Colt Highlighter? Tell us a little bit about him. We've seen him so far, so good.
Exactly. So far, so good. He really hasn't been tested strongly yet. He's in a series, the Weiss series right now at Pocono, and I'm sure he's going to run up against some tough competition. And, I mean, the goal for the year is the stakes that they have him staked to. Right now I'm just enjoying the ride, and thanks for getting to driving.
Yeah, you know, it's we don't ever want to compare to names like Always Be Mickey and Wiggle and Jiggle It. But those two horses were out this time of year doing quite well and impressing people also in their 3-year-old season. So it seems to me like it's not like it used to be where sometimes the Meadowlands Pace winner or whatever wouldn't come out even until the middle of June or something like that.
Well, he only had 2 starts as a 2-year-old, so he's kind of just getting seasoned right now. And I think he's won 7 in a row. He is not, I mean, he's not even took a long breath yet. So it's not like he's been extended. So we'll just try to keep it going.
I see no Jug and no Canada, but everything else on the menu for him. Give us an idea, if you had to, what would be the race you'd most like to be in it? Now, let's not even talk about winning right now. You'd like to be in with him.
Well, since I'm sitting here, I better say the Meadowlands Pace. And now that'd be awesome. I hope he gets to make it there, and I hope I'm still driving him then, but time will tell.
Okay, there's a horse called Kelsey's Commando that you won a couple of the Sire Stakes finals, and you also trained, is that true?
I trained her for her final DSBF final, which was at the Harrington State Fair. And I just had her that one start, and she happened to win that night. So that was kind of a feather in my cap for a training victory for a $100,000 race.
Well, if you look at all the top drivers, John Campbell included, they all were training at some point early on in their career. So it's commendable that you were training even a little bit later. Your first driving win came at Delmarva, 1995. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. I remember very well.
What about your first Meadowlands win? It was 20 years ago. Hazel Green? I don't remember that.
I still remember the call. The announcer at the time, I can't recall who it was, but it said she came from out of nowhere was how the call was made, because she came from 10th.
You or the horse?
No, well, both of us. Both of us.
All right, let's take a look. There's 4 drives for Victor on the card tonight. Races 2, 5, 6, 7. Let's start with a long shot in the second. Number 5, Master of Excuses. Hasn't been answering the call, but still cashing checks.
And now this is for trainer Rick Dane, who I teamed up with last week and had a win with. So hopefully we can make it happen again.
Okay, let's switch over if we can to race number 5. And in the 5th race, number 3, Cinnamon Prayer is 10-1 on the morning line. Do you know anything about this filly at all?
And no, I don't. I have to go on what the trainer tells me. I mean, it looks like a green filly. Some of the lines don't look too bad, and I'll just depend on what he tells me.
Okay, race 6. So you guys could be out here at an early hour tonight. You're in 6 and 7. How about the mare Winston Glory? First of all, you're driving for Ron Burke. That's a good thing right there.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, she's coming off a layoff. Looks like 2 very good qualifiers. And I know Ronnie always sends them here ready to go, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, Winston Glory is 3-1. And now in the 7th race, Wind of the North, $719,000 winner. Sean Beer has been driving. You get the assignment tonight. What do we know about this classy trotter?
He's just coming back into himself. He's only had, this would be his 5th start. He's racing tonight. He's actually right back in again Wednesday at Dover, and then he's eligible to the Cutler coming up in May. So, I mean, we have to use these next few starts as a gauge to see if he's ready or not.
But the Cutler comes up pretty rough. We've had Arch Madness horses like that. I know J.L. Cruz is training back for this. So Wind of the North, will he have to step up in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, to go with those kind of horses, he's going to have to. And, Darryl and Jenny and Charlie, I think they have the confidence in him. So we'll see if he's ready.
Your last, like I said, 4 seasons, over $3 million. What would you like? I mean, obviously everybody wants to improve, but are you happy where you're at right now? Or do you look in more stakes, possibly Grand Circuit? How does that work?
Honestly, I just take advantage of what's given to me. I appreciate all the drives the trainers give me. I don't want to say I'm happy with where I am. Right, I'm definitely not disappointed. But if I can keep improving and keep getting the stock of horses I've been driving, I'll be tickled to death.
And everybody has always answered this question. Yes, I'll give you a chance too. Is it better? Is it to your advantage to drive against the best drivers?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you learn a lot from your own mistakes. They make mistakes too that you learn from, so definitely. And there's a lot of pride that goes into driving with those guys. It's definitely a privilege.
And you have names like Campbell and Miller and Brett Miller all over the card tonight, so it's a pretty good good group.
John Campbell's been my idol since I was a little kid, and to see him kind of in the waning days of his career, he's just always been a joy to watch for me.
It's amazing how he's done it too, because to be relevant in any sport at his age is incredible. His birthday's tomorrow. But the thought of him being the leading driver, not only here, but nationally in 79 and 80, and be relevant is almost beyond belief.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And just the class that he portrays just is great for our sport.
Yeah, hopefully we can find someone to follow in those footsteps or even close. But Victor Kirby, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Good luck in races 2, 5, 6, 7 tonight. Especially good luck with Highlighter. Hopefully we'll see him in some of the big events here coming up.
I hope so. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Vic.